years I've been driving this train, years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain. Yeah, I got what it takes, made lots of mistakes, taking shots, skipping breaks, feeling lost, feeling great, popping off, singing straight, never stopped, never changed. All the squad here to play and I've got something to say, yeah. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capping space. I won't stop till I hear him say 6 a.m. and I'm up again. I got tired eyes, need a cup of blend. That's right, in the AM that's my only friend. No light, just the sun coming up on the horizon. I lose track of time, yeah, I move fast and climb a new class divine. Yeah, true passion shines and I'm through passing time. I choose stacking dimes, you snooze half the time while I move passing by. I work hard each and every day, I get lost in the words I say. I don't push pause, no I push play. I won't stop till I make a change. I withdraw on the things I make. I turn flaws into flawless traits. I build tall, never capping space. I won't stop till I hear him say
What is going on? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy 8bit79 and we're back at y'all with a brand new video. So let's go ahead and get into it, shall we?
I'm sorry, I couldn't get the binoculars out in time.
Look, well, let's not stand on ceremony, mate. Let's start the show.
All right. Actually, I need to switch the music right quick because we did not get a chance. We'll just throw something on right quick. Yeah, that'll work. So we see the poll. Most of the characters are complete on there. Emma Frost, Weapon Hex, and no, Weapon Hex got the zombie uniform. So Emma Frost, Medusa, and Crescent are the only ones that's left on here to be touched. So yeah, man, pretty interesting stuff going on. Also, we didn't get a sneak peek yet. I'll look and see, or we can keep an eye out tonight and see if one drops. But we did get the thank you for being with us event, which sounds kind of ominous, I know. It's almost like a goodbye letter type shit. So I'm not too sure how I'm feeling about the wording here. It can seem kind of scary. So we'll just have to wait and see. But the event itself is actually not bad. It's the dice roll event, of course. So chance for boost points, tier 3, tier 4 materials, and Odin's blessings with some energy sprinkled in, of course. We also have the event World Boss Legend going on, where you can get tier 3 and Awakening mats and Odin's blessings out of there as well. You also have the character ranking event going on for Null. You have the energy bonus missions going on as well, where you spend enough energy and you can get, actually this has never really been good, this 250 celestial essence ever since they changed it. I understand they're trying to upgrade this thing, but it doesn't come around quite enough for this to be really useful to players. I understand that they did lower this as well, because it used to be like 5,000 or 10,000 energy or some shit. They'd have done better off leaving like a mega uniform upgrade ticket in there, or a 6-star uniform upgrade ticket. Those will always be useful to players, no matter your level in the game. We also have this 100,000 30 times gold chest that you can get, as well as a few other rewards available in the store now. So make sure you guys check that out. We got the Goodbye 2024 7-day check-in event. Like they're saying goodbye to 2024, but yeah, this is not good language. Somebody should have thought this shit out a little bit better. We got the Animanium gift chest distribution event. Pretty decent rewards in here. You got some carbo, and this is the regular and the crit. So yeah, and it looks like they have actually 3 different ones. So they got a crit times 1 and a crit times 2, I guess, going on for the tier 3 materials. Wish they had something similar with the tier 4 materials. And then we got the premium art book chance up going on. We also have the Exa Swords event. So it's a pretty robust event. No matter where you are in the game, looks like there is something for you to do there. So that's actually dope. Let's go ahead and get this off the screen right quick. Okay, this is just being extra difficult, huh? Alright. Move that over there. Move that back up. All I want to do. And my apologies for not having this thing already going, but I try to conserve battery life as well. So that's why I'm always kind of late getting all of this stuff hooked up. Plus I want to kind of conserve the heat factor. You know what? Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get them jokers to Sentinel, because Bastion should be coming. So there is that. Let me see, because I actually don't need the in-game music. I was actually checking for something. Looks like Luna Snow is sort of bugged. Let me go ahead and get the game pulled up. It's nothing major. It's nothing that affects her damage or anything like that. It's more so, actually, let me make sure that right before I show you guys. It's more so when you put her in the leadership position, her song doesn't trigger to play, which actually kind of sucks. I don't know if that's like a licensing issue or some shit like that. But there are some instances where that will not work. Now, I haven't been playing like I should, so my apologies, but it just hasn't been much in the game to really, you know, enthuse me. Yeah, Venom, tier 4, me finally getting access to him. I know he's been tier 4 in the game for a while now, but me finally getting access to him because of this uniform. Yes, I know the last uniform, the king of you know, the king of the axe murderers uniform was good, but it was not good enough for me to consider tier 4ing him. I didn't think the survivability was really there, and I am not a fan of glass cannons at all. And I really just didn't have a place for him, so oh yeah, this is definitely not regular world boss. This is that boss raid event. So you know, I was looking at my roster and looking at just team makeups in general, and I was just wondering, like, you know, I know it really doesn't cross, and it may not necessarily be really a whole lot of a point to it necessarily in the meta, but I like to experiment, right? So I was just wondering if the DPS output of this Symbiote team in ABX specifically, because it's one of the best places to really measure damage, was different from the GHOSTRIDER team. So we're gonna go ahead and slap the GHOSTRIDER team in here, and we're gonna take them for a spin, and then we'll come back later on with the Symbiote team, and we'll see what they're working with. So, you know, it's pretty much known that this GHOSTRIDER team is meta for universal male content, especially of the hero variety. is kind of in a unique position to where he is able to take advantage of some very specific buffs. And his DPS is such where he may actually be able to compete with this guy pound for pound. And I figured some of you guys might be interested to know that. We actually screwed that up, but that's okay. Get out of the corner. Did not trigger my proc, so we're okay. Oh yeah, that's a good one with a hope. Okay, we're pushing 10 million with probably just over a minute left. This should put us over if I can get the fourth skill to missed the prop. That's gonna cost me. Okay, we're not at 10. Okay, so 6 seconds behind schedule. See if we can make up some ground. Yeah, because when I saw my guy put up those numbers, and we hadn't even had Sleeper to tier 2 yet, so we couldn't even use him, right? I said, damn, Venom might actually, and that also means that he wasn't getting the damage to superhero and supervillains that Sleeper offered. I actually was using a different leadership. And as we know, Sleeper offers all of that extra attack to Venom specifically. So probably his best team up. So 12 million with Ghost Rider there. Probably could have pushed closer to 13. But good ballpark figure. That was 12-1. Yeah, 12-1 and 300 change or whatever. So yeah, we'll keep that pinned for now. But this is why I was interested in this. I mean, we're gonna suppose I could have just put in Venom. Right, and that would have brought them both up. Whoa. Okay, so we're just gonna take a look at this in a vacuum, right? So we got my guy Ghost Rider here. You know, we're not too worried about the build. We're just looking at skills specifically, right? The bread and butter for Ghost Rider is this increased damage by 150% for one attack, right? He also has 100% chance to penetrate, 40% what is that, defense, so that's not doing anything for his attack. And then this thing applies to supervillains specifically. He also has a 20% attack buff coming from the 5, a frenzy buff with 20% attack, 15% critical rate coming from the 3. He's got 120% damage to supervillains coming from the tier 2 passive, right? Which is really what makes this guy so strong. You know, you can put the rest of the buffs, and then he has another 30% damage proc, right? But you know, you can put the rest of the buffs to the side, right? He also has the increased fire damage, and then the fire damage, the native fire damage that gets converted over via Ghost Panther's artifact, right? So you got all this fire damage, all of this damage to supervillains, the damage procs, a little bit of chain hit sprinkled onto the uniform, okay? And then you have all of the Ghost Panther buffs, which is basically the increased fire damage, the supervillain damage that's stacking on to the 120% that he already has. That puts him over 150-ish%. He also gets the what is it? The 30% fire damage here, along with the fire damage coming from the tier 2 passive, which is 80% fire damage basically. And then you get all of the conversion coming from the artifact. This is going to vary depending on the level of your artifact, of course, but for me, I'm getting 23% of it converted over. So that's a nice little number as well as Robbie's buff of the 30% fire damage on top of that. And I think his uniform passive does nothing for him. It's just the tier 2 passive, and that's it, right? So quite a bit of damage, to be sure. But when you look at my guy Venom here and all the buffs that he gets, 20% all attack plus 60% all attack, specifically for Venom, that's 80% all attack if that stacks, right? Along with the 4-star passive, which applies to all symbiotes, 35-30 with the debuff removal. Okay, so that's what you're getting from Sleeper. Now we don't have Sleeper's artifact, but we'll check and see if this thing, no, it does not apply to all allies, so we're good there. And even if it did, it's a defensive artifact pretty much. But then you also get the applies to symbiote allies, increased basic damage dealt to enemies with 25% or higher HP. So depending on how high this is, could ramp your damage by a substantial margin, along with the 55% damage to supervillains. Oh, I'm sorry, that only applies to itself. No, with him it's his uniform passive, and I think it's the chain hit. Yeah, 40% chain hit damage decrease and 20% chain hit damage increase. If you couple that with a lot of the buffs that he's already given himself, the damage accumulation on the tier 3 skill, not sure, I don't think GHOSTRIDER has damage accumulation. But we'll definitely go back and check. He's got some ignore target dodge rate coming from the tier 2 passive, which is kind of huge. He also has another 15% chain hit that brings that chain hit up to 35%. Increased guaranteed critical rate as well is built in, as well as 45% all attack and 100% damage proc. Not quite the 150, but it applies regardless of whether a superhero or supervillain. And it comes along with its own V-pad skill, along with a 35% frenzy buff. And then with his artifact, it actually increases his attack even more by 20%. So not the undead passive thing going on. And then if you look at his uniform passive, it's actually way better. He gives himself 35% crit damage along with another 15% critical hit with that recovery rate heal. So he can stay in that firefight a lot longer. I know the numbers seem on face value as though they're in Ghost Rider's favor, but it's not the same stats that are being weighed. And I have to wonder at what point does all of that damage to supervillains start to have a diminishing return, right? So I mean, Venom is filling up a lot of buckets. He doesn't have the elemental damage, so that's off the table for him, but he's got chain hit, damage accumulation, all attack, that applies specifically to him. A couple of frenzy buffs in there as well. And like I said, you couple that with all of that chain hit that he's getting, it really makes for a nice package. Damage to supervillains as well is sprinkled in there. Let me see. And yeah, he does not have damage accumulation. So, you know, that's kind of the other thing. He's got a lot of damage conversion into fire damage, which is essentially the same bucket. He just converts it from a different stat line, which is, you know, kind of huge in a way, but you're essentially looking at a sprinkle of chain hit, a bunch of damage procs, damage to supervillains, and flame damage with Ghost Rider versus an elemental damage and physical damage, right? Oh, energy damage. But with Venom, you're looking at the all attack, right? You're looking at the chain hit, you're looking at the damage to supervillains, you're looking at the damage accumulation. A lot different going on in ways of buckets. And then the other thing too is you kind of have to take into account my guy Venom is running a regular CTP, whereas I think Ghost Rider is running he's running a regular CTP as well. So they're sort of on equal footing, although we know that Rage performs better in alliance battle situations. Oh, wrong symbiote. Venom. Does he not have paralysis? Oh, there he is. I thought he had that in his kit. And actually, you may be getting more from Fury than you are from Sleeper. But then you got all of these other effects. You know what? We'll take Angelo up. Yeah, we were running them with Taskmaster for the Weapon Master passive. With Agent Venom lead, because it does offer 30% physical attack. Hey, my bad, bro. My bad about the birthday. These last few months have been really, really busy for me at work, bro. If you notice, I haven't been posting nowhere near about the volume that I used to. And that's kind of a direct result of that. My commute increased tremendously. And it just seems like it's less and less hours in the day for me, bro. Like I'm doing way more work and spending a little more money for the same amount of pay, if that makes sense. I haven't been able to do much of nothing, so at least not like I thought I was going to be able to. Oh, well, if that's not a pop-off, I probably shouldn't have used GHOSTRIDER here, but we'll do another video and we'll compare GHOSTRIDER and Venom in GBR. At another date. I'm just so used to picking GHOSTRIDER, I really wasn't thinking. But the plan today was really to do a lot of ABX runs, checking on some world boss sort of stuff. It's any decent mail content for them, that sort of thing. And then we can come back and do solo runs in GBR with them. But for today, you know what? Let's see. GHOSTRIDER's heal is on his 3rd. His kill is on his 4. Another one. Sure. That'll give me some time to sort of think things through. I cannot wait for X-Men 97. Hopefully Storm gets at this point I'll take the OG black suit. She's been in the white suit for a while now, from the last little mohawk suit to this one that she has. So, you know, I'm content with her going back to the OG black suit. Something a little similar to not the original suit she was in the original look, but it was like the OG suit, but with the mohawk, with the ponytail sort of thing. It was like Days of Future Past meets 90s X-Men Storm. Which is cool, don't get me wrong. I got y'all on the group healing, just in case you need it. All right. All right. Yeah, that took a lot longer. Let me see if I got any boost points. I think they are. Oh, they were giving out boost points. I'll be glad when I get this alliance store to level 10. Then I can come in here and buy Soul of the Foul Team and all of that stuff. Yeah, I see. I'm just not very good at it, so I just don't do it. It's just a few seconds, so it really doesn't bother me one way or the other. Let's go get some gold, man. I'm down to 6 million. Also, while that's running, the collector's vault, the personal collector's vault, was data mined, and we are going to be getting our hands on at least a 4-star version of Sleeper's artifact. So just something for you guys to keep an eye on. Also, you see we also have Agent Venom's artifact coming back to the mix for the general vaults, the one-time rewards that drop twice, and then also the Absolute Evil artifact for Null is going to be dropping as well. This could be why they have not dropped his artifact in his World Boss stage yet. So I mean, it seems kind of crazy to drop this thing in a general vault and then have players spend a bunch of fucking crystals on it and then turn around and drop it for free in the world boss stage if you can run it high enough, which Null is kind of a not so difficult world boss. Now, if they planned on reworking him with his new uniform, then we're talking something different. So, and that could be a thing. Maybe they're working on a new World Boss Legend Plus stage for Null in his new outfit. And maybe the old World Boss Legend Null is going away. Maybe they plan on reshuffling the difficulties on World Boss, because if you think about it, if you're dealing with tier 3 natives, they should be more difficult, and as they get uniforms, that would make sense to reshuffle. And it keeps the content sort of fresh. I think that's something that we learned with Corvus and Proxima fight is, you know, refreshing old stuff to make it relevant again. So that's actually dope. So yeah. Yeah, we'll see how that goes moving forward. Lower my gain a little bit. But yeah. That's kind of where my initial thoughts go with it, though, is maybe we're getting a revamp on Null. You know how they love with the world boss stuff. It doesn't make sense to put Null in the game twice. But we also do have Proxima and Corvus still in the game, so it's not like they removed, you know, World Boss Normal. You know what I mean? But I do believe with Null, it makes a little more sense for them to consider that. And maybe letting Ultron take that #1 spot, followed maybe by somebody like it's really difficult to justify Jean being in that spot for #2. At least right now, you could still have Mephisto there. Followed maybe by Gore and Jean. Again, 7 to 10 timeline battle wins a week, with Null gonna give me a B CTP, Brilliant CTP agreed, and see if you can get 10 out of 10 already. mean, I imagine eventually something like Null, Sentry, and maybe Surfer are going to be really difficult to take down. You know, Spidey really falls out of that mix. For instance, I probably wouldn't run, you know, Null, Spidey, even though he benefits from the symbiote stuff. You know, Null, Spidey, Surfer, something like that, even though he does benefit from the symbiote stuff. Maybe on an otherworld battle team I might sprinkle him in, but you know, without they should have given him auto healing. If they'd have given him auto healing, he would have been straight, because every other symbiote either has the undead passive or a revive. Spidey has neither of those. He relies on that Giga Dodge, so he needs something else to go with it. I think if they don't want to give him a revive or nothing like that, then they really should consider giving him an auto heal. Yeah, I think that would be pretty advisable for them to consider that. Did I see your Null GBR run? No. Okay. So yeah. Much love, bro. Have a great night. I'm going to bed. Now been doing Christmas cleaning all day already. Null is really good for PvE. Okay, bet that. Yeah, have a good night, Angelo. I appreciate you dropping through the stream, bro. Always good to have you. Always. Go check out his channel, man. ACF1 Nation on YouTube. But yeah. Yeah, in order for Spidey to be viable, he would need to have an auto heal. He would need to have a undead passive. He would need to have a revive, something like that. And he just doesn't have that. So, you know, the Giga Dodge is nice, but it's a chance, and everybody else has a guarantee. If that makes sense. A guarantee gonna be the chance every time. Just saying. But 9 out of 10 times at least. So that's sort of the uphill battle for him. As far as Null and Surfer with the Agent Venom team up, I think that's probably highly viable. Otherwise, you could probably throw Sentry in the mix. If you wanted to substitute Surfer, you could probably get away with you could definitely get away with my guy Wolverine because he's still a killer. And then you got my guy Carnage making his resurgence into the meta as well, and that's also gonna give Spidey problems. And there are no real heavy blast meta PvP characters to make a Spider-Man viable. That's the other side to that argument. You know, people always say, well, you know, Wolverine's there, so he nukes all speed types, and that's true. But the same could be said of, you know, outside of Adam Warlock, who's the other blast type PvP meta in the game? A resurgence of an Emma Frost would definitely make Spidey more viable. If she continues to be a PvP threat, and her reflect is on her artifact, so that's a real possibility. I said that when they dropped that artifact, I said, and I think she's one of the few characters in the game that actually has reflect on her artifact. She might be the only one. But I said when they did that, she's always going to be meta for PvP in some capacity because of that. As long as she has the ability to pull characters out of their iframes, she could definitely be a problem. You know, her third skill counter back in the day was pretty decent, I guess. You could definitely get some snipes with it. So yeah. Speaking of Emma, my guy got the throwback suit. Phoenix 5 Emma. Wow. That is definitely Serious business. Speaking of a symbiote team, so definitely not there yet. Still searching for my guy's potential. So don't know if that's really going to be a thing, but my guy's sleeper here. Okay, so no dice. Hoping I was going to be able to get something. That's just damage to that just applies to supervillains. But it does give debuff removal all symbiotes as well, so that's kind of a big deal. Let's see. Definitely if I had Null, this team would be way more viable. We gotta see how we'll be able to deal with Sentry. Oh, 2 cats already got sniped. What can my guy Surfer do against their Surfer? We got the revive, but we gotta kill him twice. Don't kill ourselves with the reds, because we didn't jump in a skill with an iframe. Wow. And even if we had, we probably would have got sniped with the third. So may have to throw null out there. Because neither sleeper nor agent venom can. Oh, that's a problem. Neither one of them can survive long enough to really make any sort of meaningful impact. And to be honest, I kind of think sleepers debuff removal may be more valuable at this point. Okay, null is lasting a little bit, but still got dealt with, and we still got to deal with the rest of the meta on his team. Yeah, Surfer just doesn't have enough help. Carnage isn't enough. And Spidey is just lunch meat. So we'll do it like this. Throw Wolverine out there. We'll throw Deadpool out there. And we'll throw my guy Strife out there. Debuff Cleanse. And hopefully be able to get some kind of action going. Right? Let's try that again. We might have ourselves something there, Grasshopper. Yeah, Spidey is just getting murked. He was out of there before Strife, even at tier 4, which is nuts. It's nice to have options without having to throw Sentry out there, or without having to throw a tier 2 native out there. I could probably get away with running Madeline in these instances if I had her at tier 4. In the right position, just to be able to deal with the Wolverines of the world. So I'm definitely digging that. Okay, let's slide back over here to Alliance Battle. Yeah, but what had me interested in this whole matchup thing to begin with was I was doing some quick calculations on some of the numbers for the all attack and chain hit and all of this stuff. And this was after I scored like almost 12 million with an obelisk with Venom in ABX with a non-optimal team for him. I was like, oh shit, this dude might be fucking for real. And just flying under the radar. I don't think there's a lot of content for him as far as ABX is concerned. So that may be why. I screwed that up, but that's okay. I kind of brought that back a little bit. And what I'm looking for is to be at 10 million before that 1 minute mark. It looks like I might be able to do that still, so this is gonna be close. Yeah, actually I think I'm ahead. I don't think I've screwed up as many rotations with Venom as I had with Ghost Rider. And then of course Ghost Rider is rocking a CTP of Judgment. But his ability to be able to rock with both are kind of well documented. Okay, so he's right there with him. He's right there with him. You know, give or take a few 100,000 points. So yeah, we were like at 12-1-3. Well, we're at 12-4 right there. So, you know, without trying too tough. So yeah. Yeah, that ain't bad. Not bad at all. Let's go check out some World Boss and see what sort of comparisons we can do. Actually, let's do our 5 clears first. I will be so glad when they give us a second CTP slot. So we can run these characters two-way, man. For the ones that can do it with one uniform, or the ones that need 2 uniforms to do it. In the case of a Thanos, give us that variety, bro. Yo, DJ, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. But yeah, give us that variety of being able to run. You know, you're selling us all of these uniforms like a Thanos wins and a former Thanos that do 2 completely different things. And you'll have those players that want both uniforms. You have players that want 1 uniform. Give us the variety to build either way if we get them both. You know what I mean? Otherwise, what's the point of doing synergy uniforms? And arguably, that's why a lot of those things either sell one way or the other, because you don't have the flexibility of choice. Let's go to work with Valkyrie. All right. So how you been, DJ? What's been going on with your player? fuck? Oh man, chilling, working like crazy. Working like crazy. Merry Christmas, happy holidays to you and the fam, bro. Same goes for the rest of the establishment. Oh. Tank that and keep on swinging. Working on Null to replace Loki because he's such a pain in ABL. That's an expensive replacement, bro. That is a highly expensive replacement. See, and I know if I were to stop and finish Sentry or start building Null, ooh, screwed that up. I know if I were to do that, it would put such a halt on my progression of tier 4s because they are so prohibitively expensive. I haven't built, I don't even think, a tier 2 native tier 4 in a minute, just because I've been catching up. And I must say, it's been nice to kind of just have the freedom to tier 4 a Magneto or a Venom or somebody like that, you know. I mean, even tier 4 in Psylocke was nice. Even though you could argue she's not the, you know, strongest tier 4 or whatever. Catch up on the chat in just a second. I'm trying not to get smacked up. Ooh, ooh. You are trying the most, ain't you? If it wasn't me casting that 5th skill when I did for the heal, he would have been out of there. Take at least another heal or 2. Right, we back on track. Let's walk right into that. Hey, let's pop off and get him out of there. Yes, sir. See here. You said you're working on no. Same to you. Not for my account. It works out cheaper. Yeah. I like 15 tier 4, so really not strapped for mats. And in the hurry to build tier 4s. Also, I'm done tier 3 and Awakening all the free to play characters. That I'm not done with. Oh, bro, if I was done with that, that would free up so much material, gold, like the whole 9, really. But because I'm still working on Awakened characters, because I'm still working on tier 3s, it's really kind of holding shit up. So yeah. It would kind of be nice if it wasn't, but okay, where the hell is no? There he is. So yeah. Oh, that's right. Hers is. Whoa. All right. Well, let's pop off then. Show 'em what you're made of, Psylocke. No, it ain't all for show. Whoa, whoa. All right, we'll dip off then. Walk it off. Up the bob and weave game and come on in from the side pocket, baby. Oh, that was nasty. You're upset. Yeah, I know it. Let's see. Also got Crescent card. And both my PvE and PvP sets are now comes in the pain of rolling them the right stats and colors. Yeah, I got my PvP and PvE decks pretty much set up the way I want them, maybe with a card or two missing here and there. I was thinking about replacing Baby Spidey in this deck. And this would be my PvE deck. So, not really sure just yet, but it'll be nice if I could roll energy attack there and physical attack with a quality 7. Then maybe I'd consider keeping it, especially if I could continue to hold on to that max HP. But now I was thinking about replacing it with, if I ever got my hands on the GHOSTRIDER card or the art book card, one of those two would definitely fit into that slot nicely. And then with this deck, I'm kind of on the Black Panther card. Does help with the cooldown duration, but I know I can get a better option in slot. So yeah. But pretty much solid every other way I can think of, and I've started crafting this thing, and then we're gonna start in on the re-rolling and all of that such. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at as far as my cards are concerned. I'm still working on getting my Pierce up. We do have a lot of I think as far as my PvE deck is concerned, I do okay on like my all attack, my energy attack, my physical attack even. I'm not really that mad at. If I could get the other procs, that movement speed proc has to go, definitely. If I could get the energy attack and the all attack proc and the HP proc, probably, I would be good with that. That's going to require me changing some cards, which is another reason why Baby Spidey kind of has to go. Luna is holding down the energy attack prop. Yeah, and I definitely got to get this movement speed out of there and opt for something like crit damage. But we were in the middle of rolling this card. It stopped on a quality 7, and that was the only stat that was kind of meh. So I said, fuck it, I'll keep it for now until I can get enough to re-roll that thing. But definitely trying to finagle one of these cards out of the way so I can get the physical attack proc going or the all attack proc going. And then eventually Crescent is probably gonna have to come out of the mix. Or the cable card, but I mean, quality 6 with every stat you would want except maybe the fire resist would be nice, the all defense or the attack speed. I take really any one of those top 4 in the situation that I'm in, but you know, I could definitely see myself replacing that with one of these cards. Definitely because it has the all attack on it with the proc, with the crit damage in there in slot, and it has energy, physical, and all attack in the top 3 slots. Like it doesn't get any better than this for a PvE card. And also roll cooldown duration on it if you need it. So I definitely got to get my hands on that thing. You know, and then I mean it's a free art book card really, or easier to get, easier to attain art book card, with better stats. So if I wind up getting both of these, they're definitely both going on, the art book card and the Ghost Rider card, and we'll have to figure it out from there. You know, this zombies card isn't half bad either. You could roll the HP proc on there. So, you know, maybe a PvP card set candidate, or maybe it's almost like a flex card, because you can roll the HP proc and it has HP in it with all attack. Like, this card is just as good as Guardians of the Galaxy Best Story Ever card, right? You know, where you're rocking max HP, all attack, and then attack speed up there. But instead of having the movement speed proc, you have the HP proc. And then you can roll physical and energy. Like, it's a excellent card. So I got some that I'm looking at. The art book card is kind of a pipe dream, of course, but that Ghost Rider card is very attainable. Let's see how this works. Oh. Hold on, ma'am. Let me hand you this hot ale. What can I do with my guy Thanos here? Oh, Thanos triggered my artifact, but we handed him a hot ale. I'm definitely down for that. Oh, Carnage. Goodness. Sniping my guy like that? Oh wow, Carnage might have been my best shot to get this dude. Serious? Wow. That was a problem. Oh yeah, my guy's gonna have to earn his keep early. Yeah, please snipe this man and get him out of here. Oh my God, Carnage caused all kind of ruckus. I see you. I see you. Need a little help, but yeah. Goodness, that fifth skill is a whole problem. Oh. Yeah, I am loving Deadpool, man. This dude is a whole animal. Oh, can he get this dude? No? Cornish. Animal lightweight. Goodness gracious. We are having fun in PvP again. Destroying the meta. Oh. Snipe action. Snipe action. Goodness. And he triggered, oh, he triggered Wolverine's artifact. Get this man. Oh, hold up. Oh, wow, he canceled my fifth skill. Oh, that was trash. Yeah, that's what it should have been when Carnage came out. But I used the fifth skill while his artifact still up. Should have baited it out with the 4 or something. Maybe jumped in an outframe to protect itself. But why am I fighting, wasting lives with my guy? Bane of sentries everywhere. Like that right there, that's box office. That's box office. If he can't kill nobody else, oh, he triggered the artifact. Oh, he's tier 3. Okay, never mind. They're all tier 3. I wasn't looking. But yeah, the fact that Deadpool can potentially snipe Sentry on a semi-consistent basis is box office to me. I'm sorry. That's enough to be in the conversation. Maybe not at the top of the meta, but definitely a meta breaker. Of course, this guy to understand a snowball's chance in hell because he's rocking tier 3 characters. Yeah, here we go. Give me a challenge. Give me a challenge. Snipe action. Ooh. Healing. Oh, the healing. Oh, he sniped him while this artifact was still up. Hey. My guy Deadpool is so underrated, bro. He is so underrated. If you can dodge Wolverines and it looks like that's gonna be somewhat easier now. Looks like it's easy, but they gotta trigger his artifact. That's the problem. See what my guy. Oh. I think he triggered his artifact. I don't think he triggered Noah's undead. Interesting. Interesting. I will be right back. Meantime, we will run some story mode. Give me 1 second, I'll be right back.